Good morning, Flosstube. Happy Thursday. It's Thursday, September 27th, 2018. I'm Helen D. Thank you so much for tuning in. If it's your first time, welcome back. If you've been with me before, it's been about 3 weeks since my last video. I seem to go every 2 to 3 weeks, depending on time of year, less over summer. But we're back in our routines now. School started beginning of September, so everything is... At this point, we're fully back in our routines. My son is in 4th grade. So far it's been great. He's really enjoying it. They get to start to do different things in 4th grade. He's joined a chorus. He's doing intramurals in the mornings. So there's some other opportunities for kids starting in 4th grade, which is good because it lets him, develop his own interests and what he would like to do. So we have to get up early for some of them, which is not easy for either of us, but we do it. So I thought this morning I would catch you up on what I've been doing. Since the last video I made, like I said, we got school started. My son's birthday also happens in September, so we had his birthday party with family. He wanted a cat birthday party, so we had a taco cat piñata because I could not find a cat piñata, so we put a face on a taco and called it Taco Cat. And I made him a cat cake. I can try and insert a picture. Came out really good. It took forever. There was 1,000 dishes. But he loved it, so that's what counts, right? We have a friend birthday party this weekend. They're getting a basic sheet cake. I'm not even doing cupcakes, sheet cake. They'll eat it just the same. They won't care. Oh, I was alone, and now I have a cat friend, so we'll see what she gets into. She must have heard me talking. I also, after my last video, I got together with a group of Maine Stitchers. We had been talking about trying to find a day. So we ended up on a Saturday meeting for lunch at Panera. I kind of live right in the middle. There's some from southern Maine and a couple from more central Maine. So I was kind of right in the middle. So I said, well, you guys are welcome to come here. I don't know how long we can sit at Panera. So it was Penny and Cheryl and Janice and Debbie. And they came here after, and we were here all afternoon. We had such a good time. We talked, we stitched, we just had the best time. So we've decided to do that more often. So we're meeting again later in October, back up here, and then we'll go from there and see if we have some new stitchers that want to join us. If we outgrow my dining room table, we might have to find a new spot, or we can travel around and go to different people's houses in different areas. But it was just so nice to get together with the people with the same interest and see the different projects in person and the different fabrics people are using and the different, tools and gadgets and all the extras, to see them in person. So we really, really, really had a great time. After my last video, I had a couple fall pieces that were done and needed to be fully finished, so I got those done to show you today. The first one was Harvest. It's very cloudy here today, but I thought that might actually bode well for us here. So this is Harvest. It's by Bent Creek. This was a little frame. It said Gather. I'd found it at Joann's earlier in the season. So I just popped this in. It can come right out. I mounted some foam core, the fabric, and then this one's foam core. My Joann's stopped selling sticky board. It's a tragedy. I'm going to have to find alternate sources for my sticky board. So this one is on foam core, and then I just put some chenille around it. But I think it looks great in my little pumpkin. So that one is done. And then the other one was the Trilogy Autumn Sneak Peek. And this is what I ended up with that one. This, it sets in it was a piece, I think it also said Gather. This one came from TJ Maxx. It was $12.99, the stickers on the back. So I cut foam core in the back, covered that. Oh, well, it's better that way. And then I did find a piece of sticky board for this one. I'd get a cleaner corner on sticky board. So this one's all set. And then I have Winter. And we laughed when Cheryl was here. I was working on this one, or had just finished it, and she said, "Did you get those on Stash Unload or Unloading?" I said, "Yeah." She said, "I got spring and summer, and I have bought fall and winter, so we're gonna switch." So I gave this one to her already, and then when she's done with one of hers, she'll pass it on, and they should all go in that frame piece. I don't have a lot of space down here today, so that's done. Actually, I need that back because I finished yesterday my 'Tis the Season. Cats. I just thought you'd be able to see it better if I held it up on here. So I finished my 'Tis the Season. Now that looks dark, dark, dark. This is on Picture This Plus Dwarf. It was 18 count. It's a scrap I had left over and it fit perfect. And I love this blue for winter stuff because you can see the white. That's always my challenge. The bird is Gentle Art Cranberry. And then the other colors, I just used a mix. I used a mix of some greens. So the bottom, I was having a hard time with this one, trying to decide what to put on the bottom. And then on the Facebook group last week before, a woman named Kathy Crendel Lloyd posted hers, one that she had finished and it had been framed by Jill Renzel. It's gorgeous. Gorgeous. It's beautiful. It's beautifully stitched, and then it has the mat with the leaves and everything on it in this beautiful frame, and it's so pretty. And then I looked at the bottom, and that's what she did, the same thing. She did just 'Tis the Season and some extra snowflakes, and I thought that's what I want to do. I was trying to decide if I left the words off altogether, if I just put snowflakes down the whole thing, but Kathy's was beautiful, so I went with what she did, and I think it came out great. So I need to decide what to do to FFO this. I don't know if I want it framed. It would actually fit in this piece. I haven't decided. I just finished it yesterday. So that one is done and crossed off the list. That's Blackbird Designs. It's from the 'Tis the Season book, which is not in this. It's not in this room. It's in the other room. But I know you guys have seen that chart by now because everyone's working on it and they're all looking great. So I finished that one. This one I was working on. This is Silver Creek. It's called Scary Things October Brings. This is the one that I was having a really hard time finding a green because the fabric I found to do this on is just a piece of mystery fabric. It was from a grab bag, I think. It's Fiberlicious. None of my greens were working. Turns out my sister's favorite color is green. So when you say, I can't find a green, and she comes down for a birthday party, she brings an entire bag of green floss. So I went through her entire bag of green floss, and this is the one I found. Didn't focus at all. This is, I'm having issues today with lighting and focus. This is a hand dyed by Rolanda. It's color 34. So it's this beautiful green. It's got a couple tones to it, and it will be perfect. So I have a little bit left of the old green to pick out, and then I'll be able to keep going on this. I doubt it will get done in time for this Halloween, but you never know. Could happen. So that one got a tiny bit of attention. These aren't in any kind of order. Then last night I pulled out my Guardians of Notre Dame. So I just barely, like I said, I pulled it out last night. So that one's... Video decided to pause on me midway, so I believe I was on this, the Guardians of Notre Dame that I had just pulled out last night. It's upside down, not that you can tell. That's the beauty of this piece. There is no upside down once you get it all done. So this is the September Guardian. And it might get done before October comes out. We shall see. While I was working on 'Tis the Season and I didn't know what to do for the bottom, so I wanted to take a break, I pulled out the monthly Frosted Pumpkin. So it's these fruit bats, which were adorable. Obviously this one needs an iron. Here it is, full thing. So this one's getting there, 3 months to go. That would be nice. I'm excited because when I get this one done and Notre Dame done, I didn't really have a plan for where those were going to live in the house. Typically I do a lot of seasonal stuff because I have room in the dining room to set out seasonal stuff. But kind of the more odd stuff that I just want to stitch because I want to stitch it, I don't really have a spot for. Like the nerd wall, I guess they would allow me to put it there, but that's supposed to be for video games and movies. But now that I have my craft room, I can put one up there and I can put one up there. I've got a wall over on this side, so I have some space in here so they can just be my things. So that's exciting. The other thing I really decided I better step in gear is my ornaments for this year. I do ornaments for my sister's kids, my kid, one of my best friend's kids, and the teachers at school. So I need a bunch. This year I took a couple of the Lizzie Kate Tiny Tidings pieces. And I don't have the actual one in here because I had to pull them into PC Stitch to fiddle with. And I turned them into the little sled ornaments. So it was from a couple years ago. So there's a boy and a girl, Santa, Mrs. Claus. This one I cut out so I could kind of see how that's gonna go. And then the other one is the snowman. This is from an actual sled chart. So I'm working away on these. I think I have 3 or 4 more to go, and they're mostly snowmen because that's what I'm doing for the teachers. So, question. I know a lot of people have done these before. I have my little sleds. How do you attach them? So, do you just use like glue, double-sided stitchery tape? Is there some kind of mystery substance I don't know about? So I have like 15 of these that will need to be attached. So if you have any tips for attaching these bad boys, please let me know because that will be coming up. I told myself October, I really like ornamental October, whatever I want to call it. I need to get some ornaments finished in October. So that is all, that's FFOs, that's FOs, that's whips. It was a busy 3 weeks of school time. I mean, I still feel like I got a ton done. because now that school's in session, you know, he goes in the morning and I have some time. I pulled the sewing machine out. I made a bunch of stuff. I was way behind in some gifts I had to give out, some thank yous I had to send out. So I shipped out, I went to the post office with a stack of stuff and mailed it out. And I got some bunch of stuff in return, so I'll show you guys that in just a minute. But I really feel like I was able to do a lot of crafting in September. So purchases, I only have a couple. I'll have a little more next video, but not really, it's mostly thread. I'm starting to plan ahead to 2019 and a couple of big projects that I'd like to do. And I'm trying to gather all of my things so that I'm ready. So purchases this time around, I did get one of the new, I think she's calling it the BB Cutie from That's So Kelly. This is my first one. I don't have any Bitsy Bobs, but this was just too cute. So you can put your little scrap-a-doos on here. There's a magnet here. There's a magnet here. There's a little scissor pocket. So I've been keeping this on the arm of the couch to try and have less stuff end up on me. More stuff end up on this. So I picked up that. I found the Let's Be Thankful row. This was on Stash Unloading, one of them. That came to live here. Cross Stitch Barter, the bartering group, made my first barter. Someone had posted charts that I was interested in. So I bartered for the Queen Bee, which I didn't have, and this little house pumpkins. This is plans for next year. I did the spring farm, the chickens. So next year I would really like to do the other 3 farms. I finished mine like Priscilla did on the big, like the big board with the little ledge, and I was really sad to take it down. I put some autumn stuff up, and that one had to come down, and I'm like, oh, I want it out year round, so snap to it, lady, if you want it out year round. So other purchase was Misty, Luminous Fiber Arts. I think I mentioned before, she's doing some hand-dyed fabrics now, and she had some Ada in her last shop updates. So I was lucky enough to snag 3 pieces. We were at a little outdoor festival in the next town over, and we were walking down, my son and I, to meet my husband who'd moved the car for lunch. And I happened to, you know, killing time because I don't know what he was doing, but he was not walking in a quick manner. And I saw that she had posted on Instagram that she had Ada on her Etsy store. So I'm like, I don't want to be late. So I'm trying to like get the Ada. And he's playing in bubbles. So I'm like, good enough. So I got 3 pieces and beautiful. So this one she calls Harvest Moon. And I don't know how they're all washed out in this light, but it's beautiful. It's like a goldeny, yellowy. I'm sure this is not doing it justice. The next one was Soft Pumpkin, which is a beautiful soft pumpkin. Look at her modeling. I know the color's not right in that picture, but you can really see. I don't know how she does it. Let's see if this one looks any better up against it. Her modeling is perfect. I said, when I dye stuff, I've always got like white spots I got to deal with. Hers are great. And this one is Soft Sea. This one's beautiful. Ooh, that's way bluer than it really is. The other thing, they're so soft. Anyone who stitches on Ada knows sometimes the hand-dyed Ada is stiff as a board and so difficult to work with, but these are really, really soft. I don't have any plans at the moment. I just wanted to have them, and now I do. So I got those. One of the things I mailed out in my little thank you gifts this week was some needle minders. And I just wanted to show a couple in case anyone is interested. I have ordered before this woman on Etsy. Her name is Lydia Jean Art. I'll put a link if you're interested. So she does like buttons and stickers and different things. She offers buttons and magnets, but they're not the magnet you want on your fabric, right? They're the big black magnet. So if you message her, you can just get these as just a flat back with nothing on it and then glue your own good magnet on the back. So she had some fall ones out. Should have been on something. So. It's not going to focus with my big mug in there. Pumpkins full of cats. Pumpkin cats. A little bit. So pumpkin cats. I'll try. No, pumpkin cats. She has a little crow on pumpkins. I'm sorry, these aren't showing very well. And this was, I just loved it. This is a little Hedwig with all of his envelopes. Oh, now the sun's coming out. So again, those are adorable, and I just glue the magnet on the back. So I picked some of the new ones up. And that's purchases. Everything else is gifties. I had a bunch of gifts this month. I was like shocked at how much came in the mail. One didn't come in the mail. One came from my mom when she was down for the party last week. I had shown her, Misty had done this doily with ghosts on it, and it was so cute. And my mom likes to crochet, so I said, oh, look at this. I got one. I got two. So here's the ghosts. And these were from, Misty had posted, I think it was a free pattern, so I'll find that and link it. And then pumpkins. So those came to live with me. I need to get them down with my Halloween stuff. I'm doing this on the computer desk now instead of on the kitchen table, and the computer desk is a lot messier than the kitchen table. All right, so I got a thank you gift from Karen, who I had sent a chart from her Stitchy wish list, and she didn't need to send me a thank you gift, but she did, and it's so cute. So I thank her for the thank you. So she sent this super cute pumpkin spice towel. I laughed when I opened this. This is just a measuring tape, right? It's cute. It's got little ancient sewing machines on it. I needed one of these so bad. I used to have one in my purse so that if I go to like Goodwill or someplace and I need to measure, and the boy like kept yanking it out, you know, and he broke it. So I didn't have one. Now I have one. So thank you for that. And this adorable turkey. It's like a bud vase. So he's adorable. He's been living, I have all like the, what is this, the galvanized? That's the clock and stuff. So he's been living over there. So thank you, Karen, for that. Ellen had contacted me. She's down in Massachusetts, and she contacted me after my last video and said that she had some of the Bent Creek snow globe charts, the zipper charts, and she'd send them up because she was done with them. So she sent Redbird, and then this one looks like nothing, but it's a tree because this is an older one. 2000. So this is a tree. But then she sent them in this awesome bag This is one of the Vonna bags, and I don't have any Vonna bags. I usually make mine and they have a zipper. Her fabric is gorgeous. She did a great job. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I've been putting, I hadn't been using it for projects yet. I've been putting all my stuff in there that I had to show in the video so that it wouldn't get lost. So thank you very much, Ellen. And finally, last but not least, I did a swap with Audrey, Stitchy Witch 42. She had messaged me a while ago and we decided we were going to do a Halloween swap because I figured she had, you know, 1,000 Halloween pieces, so she'd have no problem finding something to do. I stitched her a little piece by La-Di-Da out of one of the Just Cross Stitch Halloween magazines. I took a little video of that and a piece I stitched for Misty, but then we've been dealing with my phone and getting pictures to be where they're supposed to be. That video's gone, so she showed it in hers, so it's out there. So I got Audrey's package this week, which came, I showed my husband the envelope, you know, and it has washi tape and skeletons. And I said, you know, when you get this in the mail, something good's going to be in there. And there was something good in there. She sent me 3 Firewing Design charts that she said she has stitched for her boy. And now I can stitch for my boy. So he was happy to see those. I still need to finish. I started one for him a little while ago and then I had to restart it and I haven't been dealing with it. That's in January. I finished that up. Because when we switched his room, he has a bigger one. Actually, Audrey, it's this one that I've already done, so I'll probably pass this on. So that one's the world's worst wall hanging, and it's in the middle. And then I have one of the tall, skinny ones next to it. And then the one he picked out for me to do next is a tall, skinny, so it will go on the other side. So right now it's just an empty space over there, and my mind, I can't handle that empty space over there, so I need to stitch it up. An adorable card with a Hocus Pocus needle minder. Cute little vinyl sticker. And then the main event. This is the piece that Audrey stitched me, and I love it. I'm hoping the light's okay. So this one is, she said it was for the Just Cross Stitch 2013 Halloween. This is by Silver Creek Samplers. I know this because I told Audrey, I've had this printed out for 2 years, planning on getting to it. I actually thought when I finished the Scary Things October Brings from Silver Creek that I'd like to do this one. Now I don't have to. And it's so cute. I don't know what count this is. It's a linen and I don't do linen, but it looks equivalent to an 18, so it's probably 36. I love the little cat in the middle. It even looks like it's in focus. So I love the little fringe, the fabric. I think this is a fabric that I think this is the one you did with Lisa and Textilist when you were up in Farm Girl. This is a Farm Girl fabric in my house. It's great. It's grungy and dirty. I love it. So this, I told her, hold on. This is going to look perfect in my electrocuted bowl. So this is the bowl I got from my friend who does the 12,000 volts is her company. Next year's plan involves this bowl. I need to spend some time doing some smalls so that I can have stuff in here. So I'll need to, for all of them, not just this one. This bowl's a little deep. So I'll have to get some stuff in there, and that's going to be perfect. And the piece I did for Audrey, I loved so much that I'm doing it again for myself. It's just, I didn't grab it. So I'll have 2 already done. So thank you, Audrey. This is beautiful. I love it. That brings us to the end of my list. I have no idea how long this is because it paused on me halfway through. just plans. Oh, plans and a quick little pass the stash. Plans, I need to just keep going on my Sal's and Scary Things. I still have that Prairie Schooler Halloween piece that's on the even weave that I'm dreading doing. But when Penny was here, she brought her magnifier, so I tried that, and I bought a little magnifier to see if that helps. My eyeballs can't handle it. So, and then I have a couple Christmas gifts that it's almost October. I want to make sure I get them done in time. So a couple little past the stash. These aren't, they're not really stash. These were in that awesome Goodwill haul I found. So I thought I'd pull a couple Halloween ones. So this is Spooky Time by My Four Boys. Probably completely out of focus and reflective because, you know, picture. Both of these are pictures. And this one is Ready for Jack. I think that's a cactus as a ghost. Who's this one by? Stitches and Stones. So I have these two. If you'd like to stitch them, just say, you know, I would like to stitch Spooky Time. I would like to stitch Ready for Jack. And then I'll just, you know, random number for my next video and try and get these out. They obviously won't have them done by this Halloween, but they can come live at your house for a while until you get to them. That's it. I've been watching a lot of new Flosstubers and I meant to write them down. And I forgot. Let's see. Stitchy Shannon. 85. She's from Canada. I've been catching up on some of her videos. She's doing this awesome Harry Potter chart that I'd never seen. I really like that, so I've been watching her. Eric Shipley from Ship's Manor started a Flosstube. He has my humor, so I've enjoyed watching him. What was new? Been trying to catch up on some of the older ones. Oh shoot, I know there's more. I'll be better. I need to keep a notebook right in there by the TV so I can just jot them down. I need to be better about leaving comments still too, because, you know, I just go on to the next one and my hands are busy cross-stitching, so I don't always grab the phone to then write everything down. I know everyone's getting ready, the people who do the Dark October stitching, so that will be fun to watch. My October stitching, I have that little Barbara Anna piece that I did just the top section, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to end it there. So I need to finish that. The dreaded even weave piece needs to come back out. I was going to show it today and I couldn't find it. It's around. And then, like I said, I'm starting to plan for next year and what I want to do. The goal is, or the thought is, to just not fall in love with any of the new Sal's. Just tell myself, you don't need any of the new Sal's that are coming out next year. And instead, I want to pull out Lizzie Kate Tingles and Santa's Village, Country Cottage, and make those my yearly Sal's. In theory, this sounds great, doesn't it? It's going to be perfect. And then I have a couple more of the rows. I have all the rows from Bent Creek, and I've had them for ages. And I love how Priscilla has finished them, because I love how Priscilla's finished everything. So I'd like to pull those out. And those, they're quick once you get going on them. So we'll see. And then I have a couple big pieces I need to do. See my cup? I found that at TJ Maxx. The day I found that little box thing. Condensation, it's not even that hot in here. All right, you guys, I'll stop babbling. Have a great weekend. Have a great end of September, beginning of fall. The leaves here have not turned quite yet. Linda Jo keeps showing me all her gorgeous leaves on Instagram, but not here yet. It'll get here. So, talk to you guys later. Bye.